Every morning we wake up and the first thing we say, before saying good morning to anybody, and before washing our hands, before getting off bed, we say a line, but a very meaningful one. The words are, I thank you, living and enduring King, that you have graciously returned my soul within me. Rabba emunasecha, great is your faithfulness. Simply, what it seems to mean, great is your faith. In other words, great is our faith in you. We trust you. We went to sleep the night before trusting you will wake us up in the morning. But really, if we pay close attention to the word that says emunatecha, your faith, what it really means is that God has faith in us. God is giving us new vitality, new energy, new life for another day, because He trusts, not irrelevant of what has been the day before. Today I trust you, says God, you will use that day properly. You will use that force and the strength and that vitality for constructive, for leading a day, a meaningful day filled with Torah and mitzvahs, filled with goodness of kindness, filled with honesty, and so on. This idea of God trusting us, even before we delivered, so to say, is the theme of the parsha of this week, the mitzvah of Shemitah. Shemitah, the Torah says, every 7th year on the cycle since creation, all agricultural produce, all agricultural business should come to a standstill. Meaning, no fields can be harvested, no fields can be worked. It is open for everyone. Anyone and everyone is permitted to come and help themselves of the fruit, of the produce of those fields of this land. And God says, I promise you, you will have enough. You will have what to eat. I'm sending you my blessing in it. Now, one thinks that what is the purpose of the 7th year rest? Simply, just like a human being needs one day of rest, a day of Shabbos, spiritual and physical rest in terms of distancing from the worldly activities throughout the entire week, so too does the earth need a 7th year, a rejuvenation. 6 years of giving produce, it deserves a day of rest. But one would think that means is that the 6th year is the year that is the most tired year, just like Friday afternoon. And they should give the least fruit of the cycle of the 6th year, so to say. Quantitatively, qualitatively, yet we see just the opposite. Because the Torah says, if you're going to ask me the question, what are we going to eat? In other words, if for an entire year I cannot plant and I cannot harvest, I cannot do business, I cannot benefit and profit from my produce, how will I eat? Says God, you know what? Not only will you have the 7th year, but I promise you that the 6th year will yield enough produce for the 6th year, for the 7th year, and even for the following year, the 8th year, until you're going to reap and yield new produce. So for 3 years. And for that matter, after 50 years, after 7 times the cycle, it will produce for 4 years, including the year of Jubilee. So it's not about the earth being tired. It's about us trusting that God will provide. And God says, if on the 6th year you make that commitment that the next year you will not work that field, I promise you already on the 6th year that you will see the blessing, you will see the fruit enough for the entire coming up 2-3 years that you will be having sufficient. Our commitment to Hashem, says God, is for me good enough to trust you, and therefore I will provide all your needs. What it takes is our sincere commitment. When we make that commitment to Hashem and we trust Hashem that He will provide, God trusts me on the 6th year that I will stick to my commitment the following year, and He's giving me already the blessing. This concept of the 6th and 7th year also applies to the 6th and 7th millennium. We're in the end of the 6th millennium. The 7th millennium is the millennium of Mashiach. Rebbeinu Shalom, don't wait till the 7th millennium to bring us the Geula. Trust us. We are committed. And give us the Geula, give us the blessing, give us the redemption already now, at the end of the 6th millennium.